Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Today's Monday, the 19th of February 2018. So I welcome you to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Chauskas, where we're going to have a quick look at the markets. How are they looking at this week? What should we expect this week from them? But before we continue, please read our risk disclaimer. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. So I'll just I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and then we can continue. Okay. So, also before we jump into the charts, I wanted to show you our JFD Brokers website, where you can get a lot of information from here, especially if you click on JFD Group and go in JFD Research. You can find a lot of different analysis and different materials to read through. These analyses are in different languages, they're more in-depth analysis, so I believe that definitely you could find something useful for yourself here. So okay, so let's quickly have a look at a few pairs. Alright, so the first one that I want to look at is the Aussie dollar. Now, the Aussie dollar, it managed to recover a lot of its losses from last week. It managed to recover a lot of its losses from the week before that. So now we can see that last week weekly candle closed as a bullish candle. So potentially we could see some more upside. The only thing is that we would consider some more upside if we get a break above this trend line here. There we go. So if we get a break above this trend line, then yes, we can consider more upside. If this trend line proves to be a strong one, then we could potentially sell off and move to lower levels. Now, on the upside, if we break this trend line, then we could expect the price to go back and test this level here, this area at 0.798. Let's call it 0.79900. So if it breaks that level as well, then yes, it opens the path towards the 80 and 81 level, 0.81 level, and this could be around the previous high that we had in January. Now, if this trend line tends to be a strong one and it will be a good resistance level for it, then we could have a potential move back towards the 50 EMA here, as shown as the red line, which is running at around 0.78750 area. If that doesn't hold, if the support level doesn't hold, then potentially yes, we could go lower and test even last week's low, last week's opening area, and that would be around 0.77750. So at the moment, the key one is to watch this trend line, little trend line here. Yes, overall we're still on an uptrend. This uptrend is running since January 2016 actually, and potentially could be a good area to test it again. But then again, like I said, we need some sort of confirmation from this trend line here. If it's going to be a strong resistance or actually is going to get broken. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Right, euro dollar, quite similar story. Last week we had a good recovery week. It was running nicely until Friday. Friday it had a massive sell-off, so it met its rejection at let me just put a shape here. So it met its rejection at 125.350, around this level here. It was almost in line with the previous previous high in that we had in January, on January 25th. So some actually could say that maybe it potentially formed a double top. So something like this, basically. Now, could be the case. We would consider this to be the case if we get a break of the trend line. Just let me put this up. There we go. If we get a break of this trend line here to the downside. If we get something like this, then yes, potentially this pair has formed a double top, and we might see some more selling in going back into maybe to 1.20, maybe 1.21 level. Sorry, 1.2900 and 1.2021 level. So yeah, these are, of course, first level to watch would be this area here, this trend line, if it's going to prove to be a strong support level. If not, then if we get a break, then a move towards the 123,250 around this level here. This is going to be the first small support level, but then actually the bigger one is at 122,350, 400 level, where we got the 50 EMA running. So yeah, like I said, looking at the bigger picture, yes, even we're still on, this is a weekly chart by the way, we're still on an uptrend here. It might go back and test this trend line again, but yeah, we need some sort of confirmation, and our confirmation will be the break of this little trend line here. Okay, so another one to watch, a good one to watch, would be the GBPUSD. GBPUSD, the pound, the British pound against the dollar, the US dollar. Last week it met also a good resistance level. Let me just put this here. There we go, this level here, and that was around 141,500. Now we got this small trend line running from January this year. So it's like a downward trend line. If we get a break above it, yes, we could see some more higher levels, even coming back to the same 142,800, 143,450 area. So these are the previous highs, this year's highs, of course. And yeah, we could easily go to these levels if we get a break above this trend line here. Now, considering the fact that on Friday we had a strong bearish candle on a daily chart, we could actually see some sort of like a little bit maybe more continuation to the downside, maybe actually towards this 50 EMA, which would be around 138, maybe 500 by the time it actually gets there. So we might get, like I said, a little retracement here. This would be the first resistance support level. If we actually draw this little trend line here as well, there we go. That's quite slightly adjusted better. So yeah, we've got this area around one. Let me just highlight this. Oh, there we go. No. Apology for this guys. So this area here, that's what I wanted to show you. So this area here could also potentially be a good level to watch. That's around 138,300 level. Even maybe going back to a little bit lower, 138. But that's a bit. Yeah, actually, we just need to watch out for it, of course. So could potentially go down, have a bounce, and then go up again. Just because, like I said, last week's Friday's daily candle closed in as a strong bearish candle, so we could see some bit of more continuation to the downside, and then maybe a reversal back up and break of this trend line, and maybe a move higher. But then again, this is probably an ideal scenario that I'm describing, so we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, and the last one that I really quickly wanted to jump into was the USDCAD. Well, I know that today we're having a bit of a quiet day actually. So today we've got the President's Day in the US and the Family Day in Canada. So probably we might not get much activity from this pair. So, but still, it's like I said, it is showing like it is showing some interesting levels. So the first one probably would be this level around this area here. Again, considering the fact that last week's Friday candle was a very strong bullish candle, maybe we could get some sort of like continuation just to the upside this week, maybe in the first half of the week, getting closer to the 126,600 level. That would be ideal, but actually if that's going to get to that level, then we could look for a potential break to the upside. So yeah, where interesting enough as well, we've got quite a good level to watch, because so if it's going to get above 126,600 level, we've got this little area here that was getting formed between last days of October until December last year. So yeah, it might get back into this area if only if it's going to break above 126,600. That's the key area to watch right now. Let me just put it down a little bit. There we go. So yeah, if it starts to go lower, because currently we can see in the daily chart it's balancing above the 50 EMA, but if it starts breaking this towards the downside, then potentially the first level to watch would be the 124,500. That's the last week's low, and if that doesn't hold, then yeah, a move back to the 123,600 and potentially maybe a test of this trend line here, this area here, which is acting as a strong support level, because that's, if we look at the weekly chart, there we go, we can see that this is quite a strong upwards moving trend line, and it has acted as a good support level throughout since it started in September 2012. Now we might get lower, but at the moment the USDCAD is looking strong. Like I said, especially considering last week's move, so we could see some bit more up move here. Okay guys, I hope you have a good European session today. Could potentially be, as I said, could potentially be a quiet day, but yeah, still keep an eye on the price action, guys. Thank you very much.